some of the bigger stuff still needs to break down. So we're transferring what still needs to kind of decompose outside of the second bin, because we're going to transfer now after at least 30 days that we've had our compost going in the first stage. We're going to transfer to the second stage. So we want to have as much of that, have the space to decompose as we can. Good. So we got that cleared out for now. And eventually this stuff, it's just carbon. So I'm gonna actually just let it sit for a little while, and then I'll transfer it back into the first bin to continue breaking down in this process. So right now, temperature wise, this compost is at about 90 degrees, but during the time that it's been here, it has completed the thermophilic process. I know that it's going up to at least 120, 130 degrees, so I'm not worried about pathogens being in here. So I'm going to remove these layers of burlap that I use to kind of help retain some moisture in the compost. You take them off slowly. You're going to see a lot of activity in here. And so sort of exposed. You can see how well things are broken down. You can still see some of the mycorrhizae that was starting to develop in the compost, and you can still see some of it actually still within the compost. So we're going to try to just move a lot of this without disrupting it too much into the second bin. So I'm going to start by using a fork. See how that goes. It's pretty good looking stuff. As you can see, we're just turning it over to the next phase. And this is how it gets its aeration. I don't do a lot of turns with my compost. I just let it go. Let the heat work. You see this? Some of these guys, grubs hanging out in there. We'll deliver those to the chickens at some point. This is it. All of the organic material, the vegetable scraps, things of that manner, pretty much been consumed and broken down. So now we're just seeing within the soil just really rich, decomposing carbon and nitrogen. Still breaking down. We'll continue to let that happen. Continue its process. A little bit of a biochar that we had in there, also breaking down, but you can see the strands the mycorrhizae developing around some of the compost, which we don't want to bust up too much, but that's that rhizome. And what we're having now, a combination of carbon and nitrogen, and pretty evenly distributed. Within the blend, in the mix. So this is our main turn, which we won't do too much again. It's a good time to do it because we're still getting a lot of heat. So you're seeing this is still moist because we've been watering, taking care of it significantly smaller than it had been. So yeah, try to grab as much as I can without disrupting it too much. I don't like to break, I like to leave it as whole as I can as I'm transferring it. You get that heat. You also get all of the microbial activity and development that has happened in the bed. Kind of want to keep that process going, which it'll kick back up. Even if you disrupt it a little bit, it'll kick back up. I'm not worried about losing it. Down here, you're starting to see some of that biochar that's been inoculated in there. I'm covering it.